And we're back. I'm going to put a little summary of what happened yesterday on yesterday's call in the comment section below. But TLDR, journalist was a dick. That's pretty much it. Other than that, we've got exciting stuff going on. Amazon finally reporting layoffs after they were in a freeze for quite some time. I think OXY had a $20 billion buyback, so they're up bigly along with Walmart, who is also doing quite well today. That being said, welcome back, everyone. How are you guys?
Hey now, yeah, you always got to treat women with respect now. Come on, journalists, get a clue.
Wait, so what happened? They were just like condescending or some shit?
No, just full-on unacceptable sexism, way past the line.
Yeah, misogynistic. Good morning, everybody, by the way.
So this journalist was misogynistic, and maybe someone
we
should
support
write an
women.
article on that.
We love the women.
I'll be honest. I really wasn't paying attention when he was saying all that crap because it's gotten to the point where he just goes on this stupid rant, and my brain automatically no longer cares about what he's saying, so I just tune him out.
He was funny at first, but I think it's a little too much now. But
Are you still doing the Q&A opinion?
I think so. I mean, so he hopped into our Discord, got into a fight there, but then eventually, mellowed out.
No
so
way.
Hopefully, you should go and read it. It's kind of funny. He got it, but Luz calmed him down. It was interesting. Definitely worth a read. I think he'll mellow out, and hopefully we'll do a call soon. Because I mean, Hardy's excited to hear what he has to say, but maybe Hardy's just excited to skewer him with questions.
Yeah, we're just running the PR team pretty hard right now. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, hopefully Hardy get on the right side of the sunshine.
But all right, I mean, what is Amazon doing right now? They had a hiring freeze and they're up, I think, 5% in pre-market.
Big moves in retail, big moves.
PPI just came in real light, so everything's rushing. The Dow's up 425 with the futures. S&P's up 76, 75. Yesterday's sell-off was from noon to the end of the day was in preparation to make this jump. They're going to 424 on S&P, that is. SPY
420 today. Nice.
Not
Looks
today.
Like technology was great.
But before Thanksgiving, I see us in the 420 range, even if they dump a little bit, for the Christmas run, maybe by the week after, week after Black Friday.
Haven't had Thanksgiving yet?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So I'm gonna put something
9 days
out there, and people smarter than me can tell me if I'm dumb. But is it fair at this point to say, with the inflation numbers we see coming in, that July could potentially have been peak inflation? Is that too bold right now?
Don't drink the Kool-Aid, Brad.
I'm saying people smarter than me. Just the numbers are showing that. I'm not saying it's right. So I'm asking for smarter people.
You're relying on the number the government's telling you. Use your own judgment in the stores to see where your inflation is, and use that in the market would be my advice.
Yeah, and going back exactly that, go look at the price of gas, the price of housing, your average bag, carton of milk and your eggs, right? It'll really kind of barometerize. I mean, just market, right? From now till January, what's the increase in price? Is it 5%, 20%? But you also have to understand that because the Fed funds rate has now risen to, highs close to back to what we had in 08, you're going to eventually see it naturally come down with the rates of inflation. Now, is it hit peak? I mean, we're taking whatever the Fed's saying by the word. I mean, I wouldn't take it with more than a grain of salt. So there's that.
I'm looking at it on a daily with my own personal small business where I literally I run a restaurant and I do a pretty good volume. And I can tell you on a daily, there is absolutely has not been any relief whatsoever. Things are still going up, man. This past weekend, put it this way, I priced out 2 functions that I had this past weekend about a month ago. And by the time the parties came up this past weekend, my margins were trimmed, I don't know, 3 to 5%. I made less money than I usually do. Within a month. Things are still going up, guys. That was the most I've ever spent on food in a weekend.
Okay, so the
let's not conflate speed with velocity. The guy was like, oh, well, maybe we've seen peak inflation. The reason that people get excited about the basis points going up and down is that changes the rate of increase in inflation, not what the max at some point will be. So when we say like, oh, is it possible that we've seen the max? That's actually the max acceleration that they will allow inflation to get to by manipulating the base rate. Okay, so like if they keep increasing it by 75 basis points every meeting, then they're keeping the same acceleration, but the speed of that inflation is still going up, right? If they move to a 50 basis points change, the speed is still going up, but they are decelerating the rate of change.
Precisely. And again, one thing I always mention is the inflation you're seeing today is obviously lagged by anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So give it time before new price contracts, new future contracts get written, and you've now experienced the inflation you're seeing, prior to what it was marked 3 months ago. So we're looking at basically August inflation right now in the month of November. And it's just going to keep getting worse. As you can see, the acceleration was still quite high in those months as opposed to what it is now. Again, I'm still a little surprised at the 7.7 mark, considering we're in the middle of midterms. Does that have anything to do with it? I mean, you can put on your Silverton hat and speculate otherwise, but I'm anticipating a bit of a higher jump come December, but those are my thoughts.
Speaking of tinfoil hats, so the Republican Party is only 1 seat away from capturing a majority in the House. Do we feel like that could have any factor in the market today?
Well, hopefully one of them will die.
Just one of them?
Just one? Can we get like hopefully all of them?
The Republicans.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just
the Republicans winning at least one House, either the House or the Senate, was already priced in to the market before the elections. The rest of it's just news for now. I just see an unsustainable gain that we've had here over the last week again, but yeah.
Well, with that slim of a margin, that could change it, literally in weeks. No.
Correct.
I think that the main thing is a majority, at least in the one chamber. With it being different parties, you might see a lot of necessary compromises. So it'll be interesting to see how legislation goes moving forward, and not quite sure how that's going to affect markets. A lot of it's going to depend on what kind of bills they throw out, especially when it comes to budget time. So prepare for a shutdown in September.
Hey, yo, sorry to interrupt, but y'all looking at the SPY right now? That shit's at 403.
Yeah, PPI came in cool. So all the markets are pumping right now, Edition.
Okay,
So
who's
just
pulling SPY 0 DTEs with me? Who's doing it?
I'm actually going to wait till about 10:30, 11, see where we are, Scald.
What strike?
Yeah.
Probably the opposite direction where it went.
Yeah, it should bounce off that 410 if you're looking for a put play.
I'm just excited for the fact that we can do SPY 0 DTEs on Tuesday, and Thursday.
Oh yeah, when they dropped that, I was just like, oh shit, here we go again.
The casino's open 5 days now, boys. Lottery tickets. Oh wait, sorry, Nick. Sorry, Sleepy.
It's nice having money. Sorry, what strikes are you guys looking at? 410. What else?
For puts on the spot, if you're a gay bear, then yeah, you go ahead and play your 410 puts when it gets there, of course.
If it gets there, yeah.
Yeah, it could run hot all day. Like I said, I'm going to watch where it is about 10:30. I never jump in right at the gun on good news, but I'm going to watch where it is about 10:30. See where see what it's doing, and if it doesn't go my way, 20% loss, I'm out.
Oh wow, you have better risk management strategies than Alameda Capital.
You don't want to lose it all?
I've learned by experience.
What does out
Use
mean?
stop losses.
Yeah. How do I get out of a stock? I've never done that before.
Usually it goes bankrupt.
Sell calls?
Yeah, that's what we do, right? Is we hold until it hits 0, and then we keep holding, right?
Well, then
Or
you
if
call your
Elon
broker and
delists it.
call your broker and ask for a refund. That works.
So I'm
Sometimes.
What's a
I'm going with
broker?
the 389 put for the
Broker.
close today.
I'm broker.
Speaking of things going to 0, who's getting in on those $1 BBBY puts? Oh,
Nope.
sorry.
Can't talk about
That's market cap. My bad. Sorry.
I tried. My girlfriend brought me a coupon book and told me she wanted a fucking robe, and I tried because that's excellent DD, and they shut me down.
Well, we have some kind of morals and decorum here.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. She brought me a fucking coupon book. That shit's about to go to the moon.
Again, I'm going 389 on the puts for SPY, and everyone's going for the calls today. I wish you luck. And just want to mention some comments in the play. I don't know, is Peloton in is market share? Is that still good or no? Can I talk about Peloton?
Oh yeah,
It's all good until you get a heart attack.
Okay, so ATI_Lux wants to know, could you talk about Peloton at PTON, and why is the reason for the pump?
I don't know. Maybe.
What's the reason for any pump?
Everything's being pumped right now, so that would be my explanation. The whole market's being
There's
pumped.
that. This is the oddly the best time of year for Peloton because everyone's like, you know what, my wife really needs to do? Work off her fat. Because I'm a wonderful husband, so I'm gonna get her exercise equipment because that's totally gonna send the right message.
I don't know about that guy's wife, but but
Just
I
buy
think
a washing machine.
She's doing it for his wife's boyfriend.
Oh no. Yeah, the reason why Peloton's turning around is because the CEO, I think, was talking about how they're done with layoffs and how the company's turning around. And so if the market's taking that as guidance, that's probably why it's up like 40% in the past month.
Is Peloton a tech company? Are we calling this a tech company?
Just so everybody knows, you can't buy appliances for your wife as presents. We don't go for that here.
Oh, I don't condone that.
But at the same time, if it needs batteries, she might like that present.
I did that. I did it though.
Dishwasher? Did you buy her a dishwasher?
No, it was a washing machine.
Was it a new? Wait. Did the old washing machine break?
Oh, it was brand new. Yeah. The old washing machine went down. This was
Oh shit. Luce is here. He's gonna whip some sense into us all.
Good morning, Luce.
Luce, tell us about some veterans.
No.
Yeah, that day is long past. Come on.
Any day opinion is here as a veteran day, all right?
Mercy on opinion.
Only 3.
Luce has a very powerful technical indicator on SPY, so I'd be interested in hearing his DD.
I like it. Let's hear it.
No doubt. Where's he at? Hold on.
Oh,
Let's see.
Only 2 days until Veterans Day, guys. So make sure you plan where you're going.
All right. Looks like he's having technical issues. Scald, sorry, go ahead.
Let's see. I bought those CLF puts, so that happened. Other thing, just quick update on FTX. It does appear that at least one brokerage was using the synthetic, or as they were calling them, hybrid shares to locate GME for shorting purposes. It's notable because those shares never existed and still don't exist. So the supposition would be that the brokers that were using those to locate for their shorts will have to buy the stock.
It looks like based off that, it's up 4% in pre-market, which puts it, well, I guess it's been over $100 pre-split.
We will be able to confirm this when the December 15 failure to deliver numbers come out. Or rather, when the November failure to deliver comes out on December 15.
So are you buying shares, or are you just going to go into...
I already have a substantial position in GameStop. I'm not adding to it.
Gotcha.
Hold.
No, this is a trading subreddit. We don't hold here.
Hello, is this thing on?
It is.
Sounds familiar.
Hey, sorry, it's like bugging out. I'm driving. I'm going cross country to wash some tubes if you mopping what I'm dropping.
Nice.
But hey, you guys mentioned journalists.
We did.
Journalist wants to come on and apologize to Mawakala, whatever her name is. Yeah, he said he wants to come on and apologize. He said he was sorry for his behavior and that he would tone it down. So yeah, I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he's in the queue.
Opinion, what do you think?
All right, there he is.
Journalist.
Hi.
The floor is yours, sir.
Yes.
Either lagged out or he fucking left. I kind of had a feeling it was a troll.
At a loss for words. No, it's not troll. He DM'd me and he said, well, he said it in the Discord. Yeah, he said he was going to come on. So, yes, everyone loves a good redemption story. So journalists, please.
He is in Spain, so maybe he's having some internet issues.
He's in Spain. Okay. Well, if he comes back from Spain, yeah, just give him a minute to say his piece. I think we can end this peacefully.
Yeah, to hook up with Atmosphere so he can get that satellite plan so he could have good.
Sorry,
he's right.
Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
all right, journalist, all you.
All right. Yeah, sorry. Given that I respect Luz as the born leader.
I mean, that's enough. He dropped.
Oh, I don't.
That's all we needed.
That's not the apology. No.
That was not playing well with me.
Hell
Wait,
yeah!
did you get
starting it
somebody
off with
kick
some
him?
fanboy.
Hang on, no. Forget the. Don't do that shit. Don't talk about me. Is he still here?
Yeah, but this guy AIOT keeps kicking me, out. So if you allow me to basically apologize,
AIT, stop
don't
fucking
mention,
kicking him.
loose. I don't
Yeah, let him talk.
Yeah, so basically I do respect you, Luz, and I'm here to apologize as you suggested with sorry the name.
This
I think
needs
it's
to be your
Mukama.
apology.
Wait,
Yes, it's my
Okay,
no,
hang on.
it's my
Hang
apology.
on.
Hang on.
Just let him talk, guys. Just chill.
Yes. Okay. So I really, I didn't want to, disrespect you, Mukama. So I hope we can reestablish, our relationship because I think we crossed some messages a few days ago, right? About EV sector. And I think, we were pretty much aligned. So yeah, please DM me. I don't know if you are here, but hey, accept my apologies. Okay. No, I'm serious. So I truly believe that the order should not be defeated. So I'm honored to bring back the, let's say, established order that you had under obviously Lou's commandment. So that's all. I'm not gonna basically, talk today. I will take some days off because I think I've been kind of, shaking too much this group. And also as part of my appreciation to your, I don't know how to call this, extraordinary group. I'm happy to share with you my due diligence of Keon. So yeah, because also Simple Vice, as a very nice person, also here, he suggested that I should basically share it with you guys, because this is like dynamic of the group. I'm happy to do this. So yeah, there is a reason. I explained why I got so angry. Like whenever I talk to you guys.
All right.
I think what the play is.
Yeah, that's a good. I think it's good. That's the weirdest apology I've heard. But hey, we got a lot of emojis, so I think. Do we accept this apology?
No.
No.
Up arrow or down arrow if you accept his apology or not.
Well, hang on. His apology is for Moaka Malai, whatever her name is. So
That sounded like an apology to
We
Wee
don't
Wees.
accept his apology on behalf of the Wall Street Bets people that he has offended with his insolence.
Journalist, real quick. I'd like to say this. It's okay to disrespect plays. Do not disrespect anyone in here personally. That's all I got to say about it.
Okay, but when I talk about Hardy, it's a description of like.
No. It's not.
It's not. You
Okay.
When you're being sexist.
Okay.
That's
Did you find this guy on Fiverr? This is great. I thought you were famous on Fiverr. It is so funny.
All
I
right,
think he's
all right,
been hired
journalists.
to just annoy people. Right.
I think we should ask one of the ladies how they feel about the apology. T Prince, would you like to
I
respond?
think
It's a
okay,
no for
go
me.
ahead.
It's
Okay,
a no for
I
me.
think what's important. All right, T Prince, like with all due respect, it's for Muwaka Malai, right? Like that's the woman he
it's
offended.
not because
No, hang on.
he offended all of us. There
okay,
are very
then
few women in Wall Street Bets, and most of us took a long time to start speaking because of people like him. I mean, I didn't talk for a long time.
Tell her, girl.
Everyone
if I
has
can-
been very accepting, and we're part of the family now. So when someone like him comes out with just blatant disrespect, it's hard.
Yeah,
okay,
please, can I add something?
Would you like to apologize to the women? Like, would you do that now, or do you not care?
Yes, of course I do care. I think it was like, a very stupid comment that I made yesterday, but hey, T Prince, you know what? You and I have a lot of things in common because I also felt,
Dude, you're not apologizing. You're just like, yeah, I'd like to apologize. Now let me talk about some random bullshit.
All right.
And from the beginning of the apology, he was apologizing to Luce. It wasn't about what he said yesterday.
Yeah, journalists. I think you're gonna have.
All right. I think this has gone on for long enough. Let's move on. We get it.
I agree.
Roast journalists there earlier. I will just call out one last thing. Great comment by YouTube on YouTube. For, what a Delta crush for angry journalist. Thought that was hilarious. And with that being said, let's get back to plays.
Hi.
Sorry.
Can I interrupt? Can I?
Yes, you can take.
Hi, first time coming on here. I've not done enough research on Intel, but I was wondering if I could pick your collective brain about it. I also have holdings in Amazon and GME. What do you think about Intel?
We got some DD on Intel yesterday. I'm not smart enough to tell you all the shit that he said, but apparently there's a new material that they're trying to use to create semiconductors. And if that whole thing pops off, it's going to be revolutionary on like a whole different fucking level. Like they'll be making semiconductors from a different material completely. So that's, silicon. That whole thing changes. I don't know what that looks like. You might want to look into it, but we got a DD on this yesterday, I think is what it was. Opinion. Is that right?
Yep.
So that's probably recording.
So it sounds quite promising.
Officially merciless, it could go up or it could go down. I'll speak for some people here. But, NVIDIA does earnings tomorrow afternoon, or I think tomorrow pre-market. I'll double check when they do it. And I'm going to be watching that one to tell me what other things happen as well.
You thinking that'll be down?
I think that with this current upswing, I am going to be playing NVIDIA puts. Because I'm a rebel. I go against the Kool-Aid. I don't drink the Kool-Aid, and I go against what they're telling me.
Thank you.
I've got a play on Robinhood. There's a bunch of us discussing this play on Robinhood earlier. So looking at puts for December, calls for January, the thesis is that there will be sell pressure from Sam Bankman-Fried in the near term, but that there are large crypto inflows. This is the largest crypto inflow into Robinhood that they've ever seen. That's their most profitable product, as you guys all know. So, looking at calls, dated out a little bit farther.
Real quick, I am someone who has talked on here a few times about Robinhood. In terms of their last quarter, crypto came up to about 7% of their net revenues. So it really wasn't that much of their revenue. In fact, a lot of their revenue came from margin. That's one thing to consider. And I think that with a lot of people coming into Robinhood for crypto, as you just mentioned, that margin, especially since now margin is available to all Robinhood customers, it's only more of a bull case. And as you said, that short-term put pressure in terms of SBF selling off, I'm just wondering why he would sell off. I just don't know why he would liquidate that asset if he if he didn't have to. Thank you.
I think he's going to have to with the lawsuits and everything and criminal charges facing him. But that could take a long time. That could take a long time if it has to be court ordered. He did make a tender offer to Elon Musk at $9 a share, so which was not accepted. So he was trying to sell.
And I don't know if you recall, but during the Twitter scandal, acquisition, he offered to put in $3 billion into Twitter. So I'm curious that if it was now a private company, what would the situation have looked like? Would he have had to sell to another private buyer? And how would how would they value that?
That's tough. I mean, just because a company's private doesn't mean you can't buy and sell equity in that company. It just means you're not going to do it on a lit exchange.
It's more difficult. The transaction costs are higher, and like there isn't liquidity, right? So like price discovery is going to be really, really difficult, and essentially he's going to put it out for a bid, and somebody's going to come back and he'll essentially take the highest price, whatever he gets. Assuming he had invested and was forcibly liquidated, given the basically bullshit surrounding him. I mean, the gist of it is he committed fraud with his FTX and Alameda firms dipping their pens in Company Inc. and not properly segregating those funds. Like all of his holdings at some point are going to be forcibly liquidated to basically pay off as much as he can when that all settles up. Might not be in the next.
So with him having that substantial stake in Robinhood, would that be a bear case on Robinhood?
Correct.
For a
short term at the least.
Time, right? It's not a long-term bearish indication. It's you have substantially increased volume when he comes in to liquidate. So if he liquidates over a week or a month, it's the bear case when that comes through, and then it's back to technicals, fundamentals, and whether or not you believe their story. It's a short-term case. It's not a long-term impact, in my opinion.
Yeah. So basically, if you watch it carefully, you could do puts on Robinhood, but you got to time it just right.
So competition next 255, or excuse me, wants to know about Master, MSTR.
I think it's easier instead of just asking us about something.
MSTR is MicroStrategy. Did you mean MicroStrategy or a different ticker?
I assume it's MicroStrategy. Yeah, it's MSTR. Yeah. But yeah, Penny's got a point. If you're going to ask about a ticker, please ask us what you want to know about it. So just giving us a symbol.
But in the vein of the crypto world, it looks like Bored Apes, the premier NFT collection, is crashing. Their floor fell to, I think it's like 56 now, and there's maybe like 20 or 30 apes in liquidation right now. So that's going to be fun.
So the dude burnt the $10 million painting. What does that do for the market? Is that good or bad that he burnt that painting?
I'd like to talk about MicroStrategy and their lack of exception to GAAP accounting principles, because they were asking for an A230 exception. Or we could talk about the painting burning.
I would go. I don't care. It was a thought.
I'm very interested in that. The MSTR.
Yeah, so MicroStrategy asked for an exception to this A230 accounting principle on basically how assets are recorded on their books. So right now, cryptocurrency held in publicly traded companies is held as an asset. and it can depreciate down to its lowest value. So if you buy Bitcoin at 20 grand and it goes down to $10,000, you can now list it at $10,000. If it goes back up to $40,000, you can now list it at $10,000.
Lower of
cost. I hope that makes sense to everybody. It doesn't make sense to me, but MicroStrategy asked for this exception. They were not given it. So basically, whatever the low watermark is for Bitcoin becomes the asset value of their Bitcoin. And this is kind of odd because even if it goes back up, they would have the purchasing power of whatever Bitcoin goes to if they wanted to sell it or use it or get loans on it. But on their books, they're only allowed to record that low watermark.
There's a
real quick. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm understanding the concept here, but you're right. That practice makes no sense.
Yeah. So are you saying that each quarter their assets could fluctuate like extremely high just based on the price of Bitcoin?
It stays low, is what he's saying. Once it goes down to 13,000, it stays at 13,000. Even if it goes up to 39, they would have to sell it all to show the profit, then buy it back to show it at 39 grand. Would that work, Scald, or do they have to wait 30 days?
No, that's my understanding of reading this. I'm not an accountant, but my understanding of reading the A230 like exception is this, that exactly like you said, they're able to record the low watermark, but if they wanted to recapitalize, they would basically have to sell and remarket buy. So I think this will lead in the long run to MicroStrategy being undervalued. If Bitcoin pumps again, which maybe 2024 after the next halving, we could see it pump, and then MicroStrategy on its books will still be holding Bitcoin at whatever low Bitcoin finds in the next few months.
So Scald, this is super interesting because, oh, sorry.
Hold on. So FASB is the Financial Accounting Standards Board. I've done an accounting or two in my career. They had an update on October 24th that basically says crypto will be measured at fair value. It'll be fair value accounting, which is identical to that of equities. I don't.
So they have now been given that exception.
So this is October 12th. I just really defined. I did FASB, FASB, A230 exception crypto is what I looked for, and it was the first article. Accounting for and disclosure of crypto assets is the article. The short answer is it should be truly mark-to-market accounting for crypto assets. If they were doing like a lower of cost or market approach, it'd be kind of a shit show, but it wouldn't be as bad as you had mentioned there. Lower of cost or market is if you buy it at 20,000, it drops to 10, you value it at 10. If it goes back up to 20, you can value it at cost. You can't go higher than cost. Those are the two really valuations for inventory that you can that are GAAP. There might be a couple more that I'm missing here. I'm a little bit rusty in my cost accounting, but the gist of it is they should be able to record all of those crypto assets, assuming they're cryptocurrencies, not NFTs or just tokens. Those are different based on what I'm reading in the pronouncement. But those should be valued at market value is what this FASB pronouncement is. And for people who don't know, FASB sets all standards for US GAAP.
So that's bullish in my mind because they were buying Bitcoin at a lower price than current, but we're only able to record it at their purchase price or lower.
So MicroStrategy is up 9% on pre-market open, now down to up 6%, but still up 6% in pre-market.
It doesn't change the underlying thesis, right? Like if you think that crypto is going to go up, it doesn't matter the accounting principles for it. If it's at a lower of cost or market or lowest absolute value is the highest value you can put on it, it doesn't change the underlying fundamentals on that business if it's a basically crypto investment thesis. What you'll have to do is not look at GAAP earnings per share. You'll have to actually spend some time reading through their financial statements, looking at their non-GAAP metrics to understand how they're actually performing. It doesn't change the thesis. It just makes it easier to review their financial statements if they're mark-to-market accounting, because your earnings per share will be meaningful, which is what the FASB should attempt to do. Is they should come out and say, hey, our GAAP metric should be meaningful for shareholders, which is why this pronouncement makes sense, that it's mark-to-market accounting, because then your actual financial statements match the underlying performance of the business. It makes sense for it to be fair value or mark-to-market accounting.
You are missing the main point. He basically, when he bought Bitcoin, he issued a massive amount of debt. Okay, so now you have a mismatch because obviously you have to reprice the Bitcoins in your assets side, but on the other side, the liabilities are still there. Be careful, because that's very tricky. Okay, because the ratios of could go negative, and he might be forced accounting wise to basically raise let's say recapitalize.
That's going to be part of the operating term debt, and if you're going to go in and you're going to negotiate that debt, you're not going to agree to a GAAP measure that doesn't show the underlying performance of your fund or your investment strategy. When you're going to take on that debt, you're going to use the market value of your cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., and that's what you're going to use to secure the debt. Nobody in their right mind is going to set up a debt instrument and not have it properly reflect the underlying performance of their investment. If they do, they deserve to get canned, and they'll come in and they'll replace that debt with something that's going to make more sense and tie closer to the actual fundamentals of the business.
What is the interest payment relative to operating income? Isn't it still like only 20%?
Hey, AIIOT, given that you keep muting me, just let's do yourself a favor. Just bring me down from stage, If you will keep kicking me out or muting me,
Just bring yourself down, man. Just bring yourself down.
Hey.
All right, moving on. No drama, please.
I do have one last thing. I dropped the Sailor tracker down there in the chat. It does track on-chain Bitcoin transactions with MicroStrategy's wallet, and it compares it to K8 filings from the SEC, all in a single pane of glass. So if anyone's interested in doing a deep dive into that, that's what I've been using in the past. But moving on away from crypto. We got to have some regular plays.
Hardy's play for Snap $11 puts on December 16th look yummy to me. It has the added value of fuck Snap.
And the extra value of this pump that seems to be getting everybody going. So, yeah, I like that one too.
The most interesting one I want to call out there are SQQQ calls, mainly because we're back to delta neutral there and pretty close to delta neutral on standard QQQ.
Did anybody talk about BBBY issuing shares?
We can't, simple, it's below market cap.
Ah, yeah, right.
What's the market cap limit for that?
500 million.
$500,000.
500.
500 million. Hey, Hardy, what is your time frame for the SQQQ rebound?
Hard to say, but I intentionally priced out a 30-day expiration just to cover 90% of rebounds off of delta neutral.
But hypothetically, if it was above market cap, that would be really fucking funny that it happened, that they are issuing new shares. Just saying. But it's below the market cap, so we can't talk about it.
Thank you for sharing, Simple.
I'd be interested in knowing or hearing from the lady that spoke earlier about being a new member of the family. What are you holding?
Me?
Yeah, what are you holding?
I have been following Hardy's plays. I sold my new 450 puts and used the proceeds to buy the NU $5 calls.
You bought calls with me too? That's what's up. I thought I was the only one.
no, let's go. I made 38% on the NU puts and turned that right around into the NU calls, the $5 calls that Hardy posted for December 16th.
I bought the same ones.
I've got my
18 of
Dole.
them.
Thank you, Scald. Dole is going to be a big play for us. I have a feeling everybody loves the pineapple.
Fruit gang.
Of course, I have GME. And one of my little, I don't know, let me check and make sure it's above market cap before I talk about it.
While you're doing that, maybe we should consider lowering the market cap for these stocks.
It's
And if
above
so,
market cap.
oh, all right, go ahead.
GTII is one of my favorite little swing trades because it's so volatile. It's up and down. So I buy it around 2 and sell at 5 because it just keeps going up and down. The reason that I got interested in GTII was because they have actually put into play, they are issuing an NFT dividend. And I know that was something that was big on the GMI dashboard that everyone was talking about, that they wanted them to implement, and GTII is actually doing it.
Prince, is the name of the company Global Tech Industries Group? GTII, or am I missing something? What's the name of the company? Full name?
Yeah, that's it. Golf Tango India.
Yeah, but they are almost at $1 billion market cap.
Right.
Correct. If you look at the chart, simple, it had a massive run up, and it's interesting. It's an interesting precedent for an NFT backed dividend.
Correct.
Yeah, and a cryptocurrency trading platform. No, I just thought that you said it is below the market cap. Sorry, Prince.
No, I said I wanted to check and make sure I was allowed to talk about it before.
I got it.
Yeah, sorry. So
But it's like what do you know about their business? Like from here, it's like cryptocurrency trading platform. Like, why is it not going down with the rest of them?
It's not exactly a cryptocurrency platform. That's not their main goal. They have their fingers in a lot of different pies. They've got bioenergy and family medicine. I mean, they've got their hands in a lot of different pots. So the reason that the main reason that I got interested was because they were actually doing what everyone was talking about. They filed a complaint with the SEC about naked short selling, and then actually put into play an NFT dividend to try to counteract it, which I liked.
I mean, if
You
you're
know,
just
I'll be
looking at
honest.
their page, it looks like a fucking scam. But I believe you. I didn't look into it enough, but their page is fucking awful.
But most of my knowledge about NFTs comes from an SNL skit.
Well, I've actually made quite a bit off of them this last year, so I mean, I'm happy with it. It swings. The stock swings. I buy low.
Hey, if you're
and
making
sell
money,
high.
you clearly know more about what you're doing than I do about what I'm doing.
It's one of the few ones I'm consistently making money on, so
I'll
like
be
it.
honest. I expected some stocks. I didn't expect at this point. Have you met Hardy? You guys should hang out.
I'm
I don't know
sorry,
why
you
you all
broke
think.
up.
He said I don't know if you know Hardy. You two should meet, but I don't know what
Do
you're
I know
talking about.
Hardy?
It's a joke.
Yeah, Prince is here for a longest time.
Oh, I didn't know.
She's not new here.
I'm happy to hear your stocks, though. Thank you.
Yeah, she's here for a long time.
One of the original seeds.
Some might say.
What do you guys think about FX?
One of the women of Wall Street Bets.
We should do like on the weekend. Should do like a woman's only Wall Street Bets chat. See how that goes.
Oh no, please.
How do you know it doesn't happen already?
That
Somebody
would
was
be
asking
nice.
about something,
Pay attention.
some stock before all the shenanigans. What was it?
Yeah, I'm asking about FXI. I talked about it yesterday. It had crazy option open interest, and today it's nearly $27. I don't know if people know something or what's going on, but
What
it
was that
started
ticker?
FXI.
China.
It's a China
China
ETF.
large cap.
Yeah. Yesterday it was like $25. A couple of days it was 24. Now it's like nearly 27. And
The
open
COVID zero
interest.
policy is rumored to be ending.
Yeah.
And the biggest indicator is the commercial flights are returning to China. Because under the zero COVID policy, the airlines were held liable if they brought a COVID infected passenger to China.
I see. So insiders probably know that it might be getting removed this week or something. That's why open interest is increased.
Did Biden meet with the China dude yesterday? What happened there?
The China dude basically said that they have Chinese-style democracy in China.
Xi Jinping to meet with Biden.
Please, boys, be careful with Chinese stocks. Like, I don't know one successful story with Chinese stocks. Just putting that out there.
No, I've got a story. I turned $10,000 into $5,000 with Alibaba. Could have been way worse.
Why do people shit on the large caps of China? They're not bad companies. Like, okay, the smaller ones, yeah, sure, those are sketchy, like Lufkin Coffee and the others. But goddamn, Baba and Ni are fucking proven companies. And
Yeah,
more
additional Baba.
importantly,
What happened with Baba? Come on,
Yeah,
what
that's
happened
what
with
you
Baba?
think, but that's the thing is you can't trust anything coming out of there, man. So you think it's a large company, you don't know that it is.
Are you aware of the ability of China to nationalize its industries?
Yeah, even
you
if it
know
is
that
a large
China is
company.
technically a communist
Yeah.
republic.
I have
are you aware of these facts?
Two reasons why I can't really trust large cap Chinese stocks: ATMD and HKD.
And Evergreen.
Boom.
I have a question. If China decides to, like, let's say, nationalize one of its industries, do you think it would pay American shareholders for
Definitely.
shares?
No.
I'm just wondering. Do you think they would be like, hey, American shareholders, they own like 45% of the outstanding shares of Baba. We're gonna write a check just for all those nice retail traders who've supported us for so long. Now that we're like, we're
and
nationalizing
look,
Baba.
I agree with the fears, but to say that you can't do business with China it's kind of outlandish. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the way
Everyone
I've
does
been
business with China. I buy Chinese T-shirts all the time. I don't buy Chinese stocks.
Wait, Hardy, you were trying to say something. Go ahead.
So generally speaking, the way I've been playing China is selling cash secured puts on Yang, the bear ETF, because it can only go so low.
So more practically, stay away from China just because they can change their monetary policy rather quickly, and it can have unexpected effects on any of the securities coming out of there. So even the U.S. based ETFs on China, news that I'm normally not paying attention to can drastically change the prices in those ETFs, and I see not to while out basically.
Is it me or is he a robot?
No, he's
not you. He's a robot.
Yeah, Nate, you're a robot.
I got a
Additional,
question for you
you're
guys.
one of the. Sorry, Jewish. Additional, you're one of the elder here. Like, you know what you're talking about. Just the only disclaimer that I said with China is just fucking be careful. That's it. Like, just be careful, please. Yeah, nothing more. Jewish, sorry. Sorry, I cut you out.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was just curious. So I own NU shares just for the long haul, but I do notice it's like an 80-cent swing. Can you guys just talk maybe a little bit more about that? Just so I can get a better. I'm trying to learn options, and I'm trying to figure out how to own them in an option format.
So do you want to know about NU or learn about options? Because if you want to know about NU, we can talk about that. But if you want to learn how to do options, Hardy and
No,
others.
I'll teach myself how to do option trading. I'm just curious what you guys think about the company.
Please
I just
don't
finished
teach
my
yourself options.
Oh, it's simple. I just finished my brain surgery class. I should be fine. I'm going to operate this weekend.
Yeah, I'm launching 7
Flight
rockets.
aneurysm.
Sad. Hey, have you thought about doing brain surgery in space? Because I've gotten myself into rocket science.
Come on, stop trolling the guy. Does anybody hold NU Bank or
No, I
knows
get it.
anything
It's tough.
about it?
It's tough. You got to start somewhere though, right?
Yeah,
No, Jewish. Don't
I'm
start.
just fucking with you.
You're
I don't
gonna
know
lose
anything
money.
about options.
Yeah, it
No,
was a company.
just NU, not trying for you guys to
Yeah,
teach me how to
so
do option trading.
it's up 13.79% pre-market. I assume this is being affected by the Brazil election news.
Yeah,
That's just
it's a
my
big bank
supposition.
in Brazil, like the
Yeah,
biggest.
so what's driving this 13.79% rally pre-market? Like, I mean, you're the one watching this stock. Can you explain that stock movement to us?
Shit, not even listening to the earnings call. I really don't understand why it's up. All I know is that Warren Buffett, invested in this bank a good little while back when it did IPO, but it seems to be a big major player in Brazil when it comes to their financial district. So kind of
One
like,
thing to note about Brazil is that money is relatively cheap. So people put pretty much everything on credit in one way or another. And Nubank is unique in that during the earnings call, they announced a substantial and sustained increase in customers. So keep in mind, banks make money on the spread. They borrow at a low rate, they lend at a high rate to keep the difference. And so Nubank, because of all these new customers and their expected borrowing habits, will be able to I believe the forecast was for 22% increase year over year. Someone can confirm that, but that's what I believe is driving the price today.
Jewish, what made you buy the company?
I've just been following just anybody who's interested in crypto, and I'm noticing BlackRock and big hedge funds buying into these banks as a play on crypto. So like you guys were saying, Berkshire bought them, and so that kind of sparked my interest. And then I noticed it just is really inconsistent, about 80 cents.
Another Brazilian bank that I've watched in the past is ITUB, is the ticker ITUB. It looks like both NU and ITUB missed their earnings by, on a percentage basis, like a similar amount. But both these Brazilian banks missed earnings. You think that's not an issue?
Who are you asking, Scald?
As long as there's a growth story, Scald, it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was just asking the person who was bringing up this play. Like, well, as long as okay, I gotcha. I get the play now.
I've
Thank you.
actually been thinking about kind of like along the lines of what Hardy said. As long as there's a growth story, it doesn't really matter. In like reflection to the macro environment we're in right now, we saw CPI come in a little bit under, and I mean it was actually very significant to be honest. But and then we had a rally immediately. We're about to hit 400 on SPY. We have passed it actually. And I think the context in which this is happening is important because there's a lot of money in the market that does not know where to go. It's like trying to find the right place to park. It needs to go somewhere either in like bond yields or equities, but there's just such an excess of money due to like the quantitative easing that we're going to see like massive fluctuations like this, but there's also a very high kind of bias towards the bullish side, even in like this bearish market. Like people are like continue saying, hey, we're gonna have like a massive not a massive, but like either a like strong or middling recession in 2023, but like you still see kind of like this massive resistance towards the upside because there's just so much money in the market due to Fed policy.
But there's no quantitative easing. You mentioned that. That's not happening.
It's not happening anymore, but it happened
money's
already.
still there.
Yeah, it's not like
have-
it's gone. It's actually the unwinding rate is nowhere actually near the tightening rate, right? Like if you look
Quantitative
at the
tightening.
rate of Fed tightening, it was massive. I mean, unwind.
Still
Like,
is.
sorry, unwinding. It was like yeah, tightening. Yeah. It's not massive compared to the unwinding.
There's getting 90 billion in quantitative tightening today or tomorrow. They
Yeah, but you
said
have
by
like
the-
$1 trillion in easing, right?
No, 90 billion of tightening.
No, what he's saying is
the easing was trillions.
$1 trillion. We've only tightened by 90. The net influx of cash to the market, it's still we've still put way more into the market than we've taken out over the last 2-3 years. That's the thesis.
Rich people are fleeing China and Russia, and they're looking for places to put their money.
Boys, we have 4 minutes in until the market opens. Maybe stick to smaller plays and not macroeconomy related politic plays.
Somebody asked about Mosaic yesterday, and I went into a rant. I'm looking today. It looks like most of the fertilizer book is up quite substantially. I think it was 2% yesterday, another 2 to 3% here pre-market. I'm going to buy somewhere 107, 108 CF puts, Nove 25, whatever Delta 30 is. It's going to be somewhere between 107 and 108. Ride those until CF hits, 103, 105, something like that. Clip my coupon, double my money, call her good.
I'm getting a feeling. I've realized that we haven't seen any big applications since like TikTok, like social applications. And I know TikTok's huge right now, but does anybody know of any applications that are up and coming or anything like that?
Yes, Be Real. It's a French one.
Be Real.
Okay. Hey, good morning, guys.
Yeah. But it's hard to they didn't make it easy to join and everything else. But yeah, it's a new thing. Really cool, actually.
And it's like it's going viral kind of thing.
So basically, you take a picture at the exact moment in time, like everybody else, and it shows how life is boring or fun sometimes.
That's a clever little thing.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
You have to think about the targets of these apps, right? For example, TikTok was also targeting low IQ people. So it's always like you have to always lower
Is that how they got
a
you?
bit.
Is that
yeah? And
No, I kicked him out. I'm done listening.
it went globally viral because of the low IQ people.
No, ignore it. We have 2 minutes more. Just go ahead.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Simple.
Yes, thank you.
Is Be Real publicly traded ADR, or do I need to buy this through my European broker?
You need 250K to invest.
Oh no, it's like IPOing. Got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to get ahead of that curve, right? Because I think the whole security thing behind TikTok and everything else, I think it's on the way down a little bit. So something has to be on the way up, and I don't know what it is.
What? But you can be like, you need to be a private investor. I think Hardy helped me. Like the last time I looked into this with some friends, I think you need like 250K to buy shares of Hardy left from the insiders before the IPO. There's a page to do that. We were looking at one company. We were trying to pull the money together. So yeah, you can't do that shit. You need connections and a lot of money. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Market open. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, I think usually we go a little bit longer, but I think today we'll wrap this up and see if we can continue the conversation on the Discord VC.
We only got one thing to say.
Yes, sir.
Semiconductors. NXP, they've got a vote going on that happens on May 17th to give them $100 million tax break. Yesterday, I was talking about Intel, and I got into these new chip substrates. TSM semiconductors are up 12% this morning because of that test.
Oh, snap.
So
Wait, sorry. The vote is in
going.
6 months?
Sorry, what?
Do you say the vote is in 6 months?
No, November 17th.
Oh, November 17th. Sorry, I thought you said May. All right.
If anybody has any problems with getting to the Discord, just shoot message to Opinion, and maybe we'll try to sort it out.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I'll see you all on the Discord. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Because we're not going to get banned on Discord because of journalists. Goodbye.